Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video over on Ark Survival Ascended, and in this video I'm going to show you the easiest way that it's ever been to get a Reaper. Now let's go ahead and get started. So basically all you're going to need is access to a few basic things, and yeah, that's really all. We're going to have to get rid of half of these because that's a heavy. So basically all you're going to need is access to a hazard suit, and then a light pet and a tame to attack. Now you can do this a really easy way, and that's my goal. I'm going to use as minimal stuff so you can kind of see the easiest way to do it and how it's really not hard at all. So let's go and get started. First, we're going to get to the chords. Underworld 35.9, 65.9, or 65.5. It's the entrance to the Underworld Aberration Cave. Now, basically what we're looking for is you want a mid-sized tame. I recommend a dire bear if you don't have much early. Better things would be like a Thyla, a rock drake, things like that with some decent damage and a little bit of tankiness. Now, this is the dire bear I'm going to take. If you have an aberrant one, it won't take rad damage. If you don't have an aberrant one, you will need mushroom brews to apply. Otherwise, they will take radiation damage. Now, next thing for us, right? We need that primitive or whatever hazard suit you have, a tech suit or a lamprey. Lampreys bite you and make you immune to radiation damage. You will also need a shoulder pet. Now, the shoulder pet is a light pet of some variety, and I'm using a feather light because they've got the largest range that they push light outwards. And then also on top of that, I just like how feather lights are. That's it. That's really all you're going to need. Some bonus things that would make it a little bit easier are some parachutes and some med brews, but they are not required. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, all we have to do is go to those chords I told you earlier, and I'm going to use my dire bear, and I'm going to drop down into the aberrant zone. Now you'll see as soon as I get into the zone, you'll hear that radiation tick damage, but because I'm wearing my hazard suit, I'm completely protected, but my hazard suit is going to slowly take durability damage over time. All right, so we are going to go to the very bottom of the radiation zone because that is where the Reapers spawn, the very bottom. It's the only place they spawn actually, so that's kind of how we're going to get down there. The best thing you can do is go to the, I guess this would be the northern-ish side of the pit. I'm going to call it the pit because it's down there. And basically what we're going to do is we're just going to drop down. I died on a rock drake down there because I logged off and it was dumb. But anyways, besides the point. So you're going to go down there and you're going to run the entire way down this cavern. Now, once you run down the cavern, every single time there will be a Reaper. And that's kind of our goal. And that's really it. You're just going to run into the Reaper. Game plan, hit it to get it low with the dire bear. Once it's low, stop hitting it, turn off your light, and then let it pick you off the back of the dire bear. And it's really that easy. So let's go ahead and move down there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and drop, and then towards the end, we're gonna go ahead and drop off, and then we're gonna use our parachutes so we don't take any damage because they changed it so you take damage if you drop now. All right, so typically, perfect. Reapers will always spawn near this little edge right here, and that's what we're looking for. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bite them. Now, notice they all are going to have right around 50k health. And basically what we're going to do is we're just going to get underneath it and bite it because you avoid a lot of damage by being right at its feet. And that's what we're going to do. So a decent dire bear, 695, not a super good dire bear by any means, is how much damage we're off-putting. Now, what we're looking to do is get this thing less than 2,000 health. Realistically, the best thing you can do is have it less than 1,000 health. And once it's less than 1,000 health, what it's going to do is it's going to enter purple mode or like breed mode. It's kind of hard to see and it can be very difficult to notice. So I'll kind of give a second to show you what it looks like. All right. But that's what we're waiting for. So we're at 22k, about half. That spin attack is a pain in the butt. So we're going to try and not let it do that to us too much because it'll knock you out of the way. And if you can get underneath its feet on the backside, you actually won't get hit by a lot of its attacks. So that's a good place to be, especially with like a mid-sized tame. But see how it's going to only hit me with the spin right there? It's kind of like not sure what to do with its life. All right, so basically the last thing you want to be careful of is if it is able to attack a... All right, come on over here, buddy. Thank you. If it's able to attack something that's dead, a corpse, it'll do like an immediate heal of like 25% of its health. So don't let it do that for your own sanity, because that'll take you a much longer time to fight this Reaper. Okay, it's just gonna knock me all over the place. All right, we're going for like maybe 3 more attacks. 1, 2, 3. All right, now emotes, flap to turn the light off. All right, essentially there's 2 things you can do. 1, if you get lucky, you'll get a spin attack, and then you can kind of, there we go. There's the purple. So see how it's done that little purple effect? At that point, it is now capable of picking you off the back of your tame and breeding and placing a Reaper inside of you. I know it sounds really weird to say, actually, now that I think about it. The best thing you can do is hop off the back for a quick second to give it like the aggro to you. No, it tried over there, but it missed because I wasn't there. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to go ahead and just let it beat us up for a second. We don't want to do damage to it. See how it's healing pretty quickly? That's okay. We're just going to sit and let it bite us for a second. If you see a second like that. All right, now there we go. All right, see how it's doing the thing. It's picked us. It's inserting its happiness. And now we have ourselves a Reaper Queen. Now, it will drop you and you will probably die. That's okay. All you have to do now is respawn. That's it. Check this out. Because you didn't die to radiation damage, you died due to fall damage. That's a new thing they're going to have to fix, by the way. There it is. There's the Reaper. And unfortunately, it's going to run because, you know, whatever. I've got like a million. Where are you? Come here. Little speed demon. Why are you like this? Come here. Where'd you go? Oh, I hate this little thing. There it is. All right. So this is a good example. If you don't, come on. Thank you. There we go. So we're gonna go and cryo this thing up because I don't want to deal with chasing it all over the place. There we go. All right. You need to give birth inside of a controlled chamber, because if you don't give birth inside of a controlled chamber, it's just going to run around and cause chaos. So definitely don't let it do that. You also gain bonus levels by getting experience with them. And yeah, so that's just kind of how it is. So that's that. Now, the easiest thing to do is build like a 2x1 chamber. Once it jumps out of your body, just like you're going to die anyway. So just die inside that chamber, have some meat on you, and it'll eat the meat off of you. Basically meaning you can tame it without having it do anything. And then you'll have about 2 or 3 hours usually in order to gain 75,000 experience. The best thing you can do is kill Reaper Queens, kill Spinos, kill whatever you need to. But that's it. It's really that simple. Like it's not hard, especially because it's super easy to get down to the zone here. It just lets you, yeah, I mean, it's really not hard at all. It's pretty stupid easy. So this is probably the best map to actually get yourself access to Reaper Queens, just because of exactly what I showed you there. If it does drop you, not a problem, as long as it doesn't break your armor and you take radiation damage. If you take radiation damage, it'll immediately get rid of the baby, and that sucks. But that's that. Now, some people like to build traps. I don't like to build traps, but if you were to build a floor underneath it and manage to get it stuck inside the floor, it would prevent the Reaper from going away, and any number of people, it will just stay there forever as long as someone keeps it in render range. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. So anyways, hopefully this video helps you out. And other than that, teach out.